Hey everyone, we are Alex and Tina. Since 2019, we started a travel blog named The Daily Packers, and since 2023, a YouTube channel in order to journalize all our adventure. We are a couple from France and Serbia who met in China back in 2014. Together, we traveled to more than 40 countries. In April 2023, we spent 3 weeks in Vietnam, where we visited the north and the center of the country. This video will be about Hue, the historical capital of Vietnam. Let's start with the transportation to Hue. We opted to fly from Hanoi to Hue as it was the fastest and most convenient way. By 2 p.m. we were at the airport. After checking in our backpack, it was time to eat our delicious banh mi. Once ready, we passed the control, which were fast, and as we still had some time, walk around the terminal, which was pretty decent for a domestic departure. Our plane took off on time and we landed at 5:50 p.m. Plus, we didn't wait our bag. It's always enjoyable to right away get our luggage upon entering the luggage claim area. To get to our hotel, we ordered a Grab, but the driver kept asking us to walk to him. We didn't really know what to do, and a police officer told us to walk to the airport gate, so we did. We also realized that we weren't the only one, and started talking with a couple from Switzerland that was also getting a Grab out of the airport. The reason we had to walk out of the airport was to avoid to pay the toll gate. We opted for Grab as it seemed to be the cheapest option at 190,000 dong. A Melo taxi was around 250,000, however, it would have been directly from the airport, no need to walk out. And a car arranged by our hotel would have been around 350,000. Once arrived, we checked in, received a little welcoming drink, and then got to our room. After settling in, we went out for dinner at Nook Eatery, which was only 2-minute walking distance. We didn't know it yet, but it will become our place to go in Hue. Not only that the menu is great and that Tina can easily find things to eat, as a pregnant woman, fried food doesn't go, so it's not always easy to find food in Vietnam. Anyhow, there we ordered a beer, a peach tea, a vegan pho, and the tofu with lemongrass. For dessert, we opted for the banana pandan crepe. All was super yummy, and the place really cozy. We woke up around 5:30 am and stretched a bit before going for breakfast, which was a buffet. It was good and they had lots of options, however the coffee was insanely strong. Vietnamese do love strong coffee. I noticed I had forgotten my tripod at Nook Eatery last night, so at 7 am I went there and picked it up. I was really lucky that they found it. Alright, live updates!
Hello, we are in Hue, and here there is a sun, there is sky, the air is dry, and the light is good.
And everything looks a bit more organized.
And clean.
We then went out for laundry and Dong Da Hue laundromat, which was only a few minutes away from our hotel. We had 2.3 kg of laundry and we asked to have it delivered the same day in our hotel. Altogether, it costed 60,000 dong, compared to 320,000 dong if we would have done our laundry in our hotel. On our way to the Imperial City, we made a stop at Agribank to withdraw some cash. So far, this is the best ATM in Vietnam. You can withdraw up to 3 million dong with only a 22,000 fee. We then walked to the Imperial City and opted to use the Nguyen Dinh Chieu walking street, which provided a beautiful walk along the Perfume River. Once on the other side of the bridge, we got some water and then arrived at the ticket office of the Imperial Citadel. There were a few options and combos ticket to take. We didn't know which one to take, but a French guy who has been there 4 times recommended us to take the bigger one, where you can visit the Citadel and 3 tombs. So we followed his advice and got that combo ticket. The Imperial Citadel houses the ancient Imperial City, and it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It was the former imperial capital of Vietnam during the Nguyen dynasty. It contains the palaces that housed the imperial family, as well as shrines, gardens, and villas for mandarins. Constructed in 1803 under Emperor Gia Long as a new capital, it mostly served a ceremonial function during the French colonial period. The citadel was magnificent and really huge. We stayed almost 2 hours there, but you could easily stay 4. There was also a cool store in the Citadel where we got 2 magnets, which is mostly our main souvenir every time we travel. From there, we passed by the Hue Museum of Royal Antiquities, but didn't visit it. Instead, we headed to the Dongba Market, one, if not the main flea market in Hue. It was a nice market, but some areas were super stinky, and Tina couldn't take it. So we quickly escaped it, but not without getting a little something, 4 oranges. We also popped by a supermarket nearby called Co-op Mark Hue and got some snack. It was a really decent supermarket and the best one so far in Vietnam. We then walked back to Nuki Eatery where we had lunch. We really loved this place. This time we opted for the tofu pad thai, a mango smoothie bowl and a beer. After that, as it was super hot, we went back to our hotel and rested. During this time, I organized on WhatsApp to rent a scooter from Thuy Mai Hue Hidden Land Bike. We got the scooter for 2 days with a full tank, which was cool as we wanted to refuel it. They also brought us the scooter to our hotel, and after some paperwork, we were ready to go. Our first stop was the Thien Mu Pagoda. One of the things that we really enjoy in Hue so far is how organized it is. And driving the scooter around was super enjoyable, especially along the Perfume River. Once at the pagoda, we parked our scooter and visited the site. The site is known for its 7-story Thien Pagoda, which is regarded as the unofficial symbol of Hue, and its temple has often been the subject of folk crime. A bit further, we also popped by the Temple of Literature, but it was mostly ruins. Our next stop was the Thu Dam Temple, which also featured a magnificent pagoda. And after that, the Hue Altios Cathedral, also called the Phủ Cam Cathedral. What made this stop interesting was the unique and unusual shape of the building. As we still had time, we stopped at An Dinh Palace, a nearly 20th century palace and home of Vietnam's last kings. After getting 2 tickets, we visited the old palace, which was interesting, but a bit let down. Nevertheless, we really enjoyed some painted walls that were quite beautiful. It was now time to relax, so we opted to try the lychee iced tea and the pandan tea at Thuy Tea Roaster. The coffee shop was amazing and had really good vibes, plus our drinks were super yummy. We then strolled around the bar district, stopped at a few shops but didn't get anything, and later on had dinner at Madame Flea. Unfortunately, the vegetarian options were a bit disappointing, and the food was more like fast food. We had the spring rolls and the noodle salad. However, we appreciated the little refreshing tower, the complementarity and the small fruit platter. We then headed back to our accommodation and retrieved our laundry. Nearly rise at 6 am and some yoga. It was once again time for a buffet breakfast. Today we will need energy, as we have 3 tombs and more on the program. Our first stop was the furthest away, the Mausoleum of Emperor Minh, located 12 km outside of Thuy, which took us some 25 minutes by scooter. The tomb was constructed around 1814, and it is said to be the most majestic of all in Nguyen dynasty royal tombs. The complex hosts 40 constructions such as palaces, temples, pavilions, and so on. Many say that it's a perfect combination of man-made and natural beauty of Thuy, where architecture fits harmoniously into the surrounding landscape. Next was not too far and only a few minutes away by scooter, and it was the Mausoleum of Emperor Khai. After parking in front and getting some teas, we entered the tomb built for Khai, the 12th emperor of the Nguyen dynasty. The tombs feature a blend of Vietnamese architecture mixed with Western style. The tomb was completed in 1931 after 11 years of construction and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Then we went to the Tien Lake abandoned water park, which was some 10 minutes away. We didn't see it right away as a taxi was hiding it, but you can enter in scooter and drive all the way to the main part of the park. So we first walked all the way, which wasn't too bad. Tien is an abandoned water park that gained notoriety for its short operational period and has become a major destination in Rie due to its dragon's construction in the center of the lake. They are actually planned to reopen it, but they are often postponed. So for now, you can enter and stroll around the water park, explore the dragon and walk all the way to its mouth.
phải đi thông báo đề nghị người dùng cảnh giác trước chiều lừa. Vietcombank khẳng định không gửi tin nhắn SMS đi kèm.
Your plate, and then you get the knife and the fork to cut inside the cake into the small bit, and then you put it on the right bed.
For lunch, we headed back to the center of Thuy and had co-ice pancake at Nina's cafe restaurant. I loved it, and it was something new, but it was a bit too heavy for Tina. We also got watermelon juice and water. Once lunch finished, we went back to our accommodation and rested to avoid the strong sun present at the beginning of the afternoon. Once full of energy, we hopped back on the scooter and around 2:30 we left for the last tomb of the day, the Mausoleum of Emperor Tuduk. After parking, we got 2 small bottles of water, which made the parking free, and it's important to stay hydrated with such hot weather. The tomb was built for the Nguyen Emperor Tuduk in 1867 and is divided into a temple area and a tomb area. But what we truly like was the small lake in the middle with its little house where you can rest and feed koi fish, which are super fun to see. Last tomb of the day. Today was a tomb day. To continue our exploration of Thuy, we drove a few minutes away to discover the viewpoint of Vang Kong Hill. After parking the scooter, it was a short few minutes walk to the viewpoint. The view was truly stunning there. It was time to call it a day. We hopped again on the scooter and headed back, passing by beautiful stores selling colorful incense. We also made the final stop at Hiếu Pagoda, a peaceful place with a beautiful pond and garden. Nearby, we also saw kids practicing some martial art. We then went back to our hotel, texted the company to pick the scooter up, and then went for dinner. Once again, we opted for nukitari. This evening, we ordered the vegetarian pho and the vegetarian burger with fries, and a Huda beer. As always, it didn't disappoint. We also went for the banana pandan crepe with coconut ice cream and the banana tapioca crepe with coconut ice cream. Super yummy! And that was it for our time in Thuy. The next day we took a morning train to Hoi An to continue discovering Vietnam, so stay tuned for a Vietnamese train experience. If you too are planning a trip to Vietnam, we made a little something to help you, the Vietnam Travel Map. This digital map includes all our pins from our 3-week travel in Vietnam, as well as all our preparation pins for southern Vietnam. Therefore, our Vietnam map includes all the places we visited: Hanoi, Sapa, Ha Long Lan Ha Bay, Tam Coc Ninh Bi, Hue and Hoi An, as well as all our preparation for Phong Nha, Nha Trang, Da La, Muene, Ho Chi Minh City and Phu Quoc. The best reason to get this map is that you won't need to spend time pinning all ours and others tips and recommendations. Instead, you will get the full map from this destination for online and offline use. So check it out with the link in the description.